Previously on Ace Attorney.
Right, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. You ordered a caviar lunch, right? Oh, caviar. I've never eaten caviar before. That is a ridiculous amount of caviar. I wonder if you noticed, there's blood on the bottom of this shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie, or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Little girl, what did you just say? Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned is actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. It seems we'll have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed. I thought we finished the trial. Are we still doing this? Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? Like, you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Damn, roasts from the beginning! Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. Oh. Okay. So, what happened to your sister anyway? What do you mean? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Huh. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth? Oh. Wait, but then why would the judge interview? Does the judge ever interview witnesses? Or suspects? I'm confused. Wouldn't it be a detective? So, this is where we turn the trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner. Oh my god, he's back. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up his temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least. Officer Marshall! Thought I'd come take a look-see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now, don't that just beat on? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. Saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the award ceremony that afternoon. Edward's seen it too, I reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. Correct? I mean, she could have been wearing one. So Miss Starr wasn't mistaken? Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. Sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling with— Is he testifying? Because he said he saw her earlier. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh, we've been out for an hour. Wait, what? Okay, so we're still doing this trial. I'd like to resume. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Oh, Edward, you okay? Is something wrong, Edward? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes, it's almost like you're a rabid dog. What's more, your eyes are unfocused, you're doubled over, your back is bent. It can't be this. Can't happen. When did it happen to Mr. Edgeworth? Truly. Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our oops! This is unacceptable! It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me? Knock knock. Who's there? Oh, who are you? What's with this guy? Strange stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Who are you? Hey! The temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. What? Are we supposed to be calling him hot? I don't know, he's a little confusing. Maybe. Confusing daddy material. Ah, it's you? Introductions, please? Yeah! Sorry I'm late, Udgy. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see. Yeah, Udgy. How you been? Swim much these days? Ah, hello. No, I've been so busy. Ah, busy! Busy, smizzy, Udgy. You have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Udgy? Seems to be his nickname for the judge? I'm afraid you're right. I'm very, very, very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? So you're Rido, that attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks. So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly. What is happening? The little worthy? Mr. Wright! You don't know the district chief of police? No. Chief of police? He's a top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Name's Gant, Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. I don't know why I said it like that. That was some weird intonation. So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to the courtroom, hasn't it? I really don't think people are allowed to just burst into courtrooms. Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Oh. That's my sister's muffler. So Miss Starr wasn't just seeing things. Damn. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. Huh. On little Worthy's car, no less. Look at those titties! It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? What is that? It's, what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this is. Chief! What kind of outfit are you running? What does that mean? Mr. Edgeworth? How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? No, wait a minute, Worthy. I have no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there? Miles Edgeworth. That's not fair. On the day of the crime, you had your head in the clouds because you got an award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. Me too, buddy. Actually, that's not true, but it's this kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. The court accepts this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yeah, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Red, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I won't be able to point it at people anymore. Imagine saying objection and then there's like a bandage swaddled all over your finger. That is a little embarrassing, I will be honest. Not the cutest look. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Oh my god. Oh, it's just doing it for me. Oh, it scares me a little. Alright, let's zoom in. So it's just that. Whoa! Don't scare me like that! I'm the one who's scared! Look at this knife blade! The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood? Who doesn't wipe off a knife? Like, it's not that hard. You stab someone and then you wipe it off on them and then you put it away. My god, like, don't you know that metal rusts? People are stupid. A small tag attached. It's the same number as the thing we saw in that note, right? SL92. Wait! Evidence! That means this is an evidence knife. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us? About the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife. Sure thing, not a problem. Not even a little one, really. Alright. Parky got the murder strands. Someone took something from evidence to... You gotta clean your knives, guys. Gotta clean them. Come on. It's not that hard. Both of these knives are damn covered in blood. This knife here is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. See, what a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. That was a useless testimony that made no sense. What about the time? 5:15? There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Neji. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait, so this isn't the murder? Wait a second. You said 5:15? That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. So two detectives died on the same day? Anyway, we at the department were all a flusters, as you might assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright, two detectives killed at the same time in two different places. The chances of that are really slim. Scientifically speaking, of course. Yeah. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. I will do my best. But, Alright, let's do this. Okay, let's press this. Can't tell us. Special? Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Sorry, Ryder, but I can't say that now. Not that. We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler. What I'm hearing is that Chief Prosecutor Laura Sky, I don't remember her name, I think it's Lana Sky, called Detective Goodman to come bring her evidence to look at, and that is this knife. and for some reason she hid it. Probably because she asked for a favor and wasn't actually supposed to have it. Bro, there's no way that knife was in someone's chest. That blood splatter would make no sense. A chipped knife getting caught in a ribcage makes so much more sense. Okay, yeah, so this isn't the actual knife for... Oops. This case. So, I don't know. We don't know what this knife is. This guy just brought it up somehow randomly. He just walked into the courtroom and was like, hey, there's this knife. I'm gonna testify about it because it was there. And we're just like, huh? This is a murder weapon for some reason. The blood splatter also doesn't make sense because, like, it looks like you, like, accidentally cut your finger, like, chopping an apple. Because, like, you stab someone out there with that in their chest, I think the blood would be across the whole thing. You know? Like, that nonsense. Nonsense. Oh my god. Bro, people really out here bringing random shit? Exactly! Who's letting these people into the courtroom in the first place? And like, even if this knife was like, they were holding it, it was dripping, like... I don't know, man. That's a really weird pattern to drip by. And then, I don't know why we're talking about this knife. So... That's what I'm saying, we big brain. Exactly. So big brained. This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there's just a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, right? Oh, sorry, Raido. I had to defend my food from the cat while I took a more detailed work call. Damn. Swat them away with a fly swatter. Flies around your food. Did you successfully defend your food? Is it safe? Maybe there's something with a knife that will give us a clue? Let's examine that knife while we can, Righto? Righto, no! Okay, I think I got it. So we had this little, like, note thing, which I'm pretty sure matches the thing on the knife, and it sucks they're not on the same page. SL92, which sounds like a piece of evidence, and it's just upside down. 2/21, I think is the date. Yes, I love that. Glad you got your food. Okay, so I do want to press the rest of the questions first, and then we'll come back and present the evidence. Okay. Something happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes there, Righto, my boy? Sharp. Hungry. So, something did happen. Why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? He's supposed to walk up to the police department every single day and be like, hey, something happened over here? No. Bruh, he has other things to do. No matter, I understand. You're busy, but with Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? A detective was killed at the police department? What a mess. That's such a blasé way to describe a murder. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot. Another detective was killed at the police department? I think we got that. That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Haji? Oh, they got the clapping sound. That's actually really good, because it's like very much cloth on cloth. They really got that soundbite just for that. I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Nah, well, there was a suspect. Just arrested them, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. Ooh. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, right? I suppose I could help if you give me data on your case. Good one, this kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. We know when the victim died. We know how the victim was killed. Don't we know all of these things? Oh, no, this is for the one at the police department. We know when the victim died. We know where they were found, so let's find out how they were killed. Well, how was the detective killed? How was he killed? Now, that's the interesting part. It's what we in the force call a stabbing. With a knife. A knife? That's Exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit! We're cooking now, kids! But you know, that's not the only thing that's exactly the same. Wee woo, wee woo! What do you mean? There are more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. Well, we got the time as well, and it was us. Yeah, so 5:15. But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? Murder at the prosecutor's place, and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? I think not. This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening. I agree with you. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. It's not officially linked to this case here, so I can't talk much about it. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm chief of police. Can't just say anything I please, righto? You understand. Try to understand, righto. Well, if you can prove there's a connection, more power to you. Not working. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together, huh? Okay. And that knife. What's it doing there? Alright, we already know the answers. We gotta present the slip of paper we found. Objection! Every time I do this, I feel like I'm like posing for like a 90s pop cover. Anyways. At last, an honest goodness objection. This knife has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? An honest goodness. What do you mean? From the Udgy. This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7s? 12-2? No. Flip it around, sonny boy. Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside. This is usually where the music pops up. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? My webcam is shaking. Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. So 9. That's the same thing that's written on the knife's tag. Order. Well, Chief? Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, righto. Huh? Win? Huh? What game is this guy playing? Honestly, what are we doing? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department evidence room. Okay. So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice. Good show, little worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of murder and it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edward's car. I'm hungry, y'all. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. It was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Something... Oh, I mean... Is this it? Oh, okay. Okay. So we know when the victim died, and then we know how the victim was killed now. So where was he found? I thought he was at the police department. Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. Wait a second. I've heard of that. The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? It was stolen. Yep, we got that. There's a connection between the two cases. Is that really it? You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. Did we? Well, it is now, so, Chief. The defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. You don't say! Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found here in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number of the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be coincidence. You two make a good pair. Took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release all your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's not official after all. Ah, really? Who would have guessed? I don't know, not me, bruh. I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim, okay? Okay. Why do I have a feeling it's gonna be Detective Goodman? He specifically said he doesn't know where the corpse was found, but he knows that a murder took place in the evidence room. If you're going to tell us a little one, then tell us everything. Well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. The fact that the ID number is there gives me a very high inkling that it is Detective Goodman, because we have his ID number. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Huh? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. I keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 5842189. 5842189. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 5842189, sir. I didn't even get the first number right. Honestly, there's Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? Huh. This tells me something! Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning? It has to be what I think it is. What does this mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you? 5842189. Present. Take that! Witness. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night! It's a murder case, sir. Please contain yourself. Nah, it's just that I got confused. And this is news. Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. Okay. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is it yours? Sir, I'm a defense attorney. This is the ID number of our detective. Our victim, Detective Goodman. Ah, shame on you, Rido. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier that started with A2. Oh, I've forgotten. You didn't get the first right number. The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second, right? What is this? Huh? Mean? That's what I want to know. The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Sharp as attack, right? Oh, sharp as attack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department. In the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible. So what we're saying is the same person was killed at the same time and in a completely different location? No, I mean, there's obviously no way that could happen, right? No, what I want to know is why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait, I said, wait. Oh, you got scary there. Or didn't you hear me? Ooh, chills. Why do you look so scary? The oversight, the grave error. Mr. Edward, they're yours. What? How? Oh dear. I informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Oh, Officer Meekins. Mr. Wright, where have you heard that name before? It's the floppy little dude. Ah! There we go! It's him! I got it. Excuse me? Mister, I'm here to the right question. Okay, your report, sir. You don't mean him? According to Meekins, he didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said that report had nothing to do with the Lawn of Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on top of the report. Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. It did seem challenged. Then, in any case, this is a serious error and gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. I feel like this guy is really sus. Seems to be framing prosecutors left and right. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then Also, his beard is like a fan. It's very, like, scary. No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. What? He's a little scary. Now, what was the second rule of evidence law? Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, it's, Rule 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until the connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Red over here. Good job, Rido, my boy! Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No! It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, weren't you, with all those rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. I mean, Mr. Edward, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do. You better get results this time, really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. Don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of course. Damn, don't rub it in. Don't be so mean to him. I'll grant one further day as a prosecution as requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it is not decisive. Very well, court is adjourned. Alright, that was a long-ass case.
Objection!